Good evening and welcome to the Vergne Board of Zoning Appeals for May 26, 2015. This is our regular meeting at 5:30. We do have a quorum here, so the first order of business is to approve the minutes from the last meeting. Has everyone had a chance to look over them?
Make a motion, Mr. Chairman, to accept as submitted.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. First order of new business is an accessory structure variance requested by Bruce Cram. Property is located at 508 Washington Court, tax map 015E, Group A, parcel 80.00. It's 2.4 acres, R3 high density residential zoning district, and the parcel is owned by Bruce Cram. Can we have the staff report, please, Krista?
Certainly, Mr. Chairman. The applicant, Mr. Cram, is here tonight to ask for an accessory structure variance such that he can build a detached garage with a workshop and storage area at the rear of his property. He does own the property at 508 Washington Court on the screen. It is zoned R3. It is a 0.24 acres, pretty small lot. He is planning on putting the garage in the right rear corner of his lot, roughly in right here where the driveway terminates. As you can see, he's got rather limited distance between the back of the house and the property line. He's got a little deck here. And accessory structures such as a detached garage are required to be in the rear yard, and they have to be at least 10 feet from all property lines. Based on the garage layout that he has chosen, which is 28 by 22, roughly, and about 600 square feet in total, which is well under the maximum square footage for an accessory structure, he's limited to putting the structure right in here. Got a few more photos. That's the recorded plat for Ben Franklin. Okay, you can see his area there. That's his garage layout, and this shows roughly where he'd like it to go. As you can see, this would be the rear yard, everything from behind the back of the house. So about 1/3 of the garage is going to encroach into the side yard here because he can't quite fit it in the rear. It will still this placement will still put the accessory structure about 12 feet from the property line, the rear property line, and about 12 from the side. So it's within the those requirements. And as you can see, he's got even less room on that side. Section 8.080C, Standards for Variances, does provide a list of topographical criteria you can consider when granting variances, and Mr. Cram's lot pretty much fits all of them. He's got an extremely narrow, it's extremely shallow, irregularly shaped lot. With it being on a cul-de-sac, it makes it even smaller. So due to those reasons, a variance would be justified. It wouldn't, it's staff's opinion, it's not going to be injurious to the harmony of the surrounding neighborhood. And you can see this is Washington Court here off of Constitution. That's his property. And you can see it would be roughly in this vicinity here where the driveway ends. In this next photo, you can see the majority of his yard is right here. So, and Mr. Cram is here if you have any questions.
Mr. Cram, would you please approach the podium and state your name and address, please? Raise your right hand. You swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, I do.
State your name and address, please.
It's Bruce Cram. I live at 508 Washington Court, Laverne, Tennessee, of course.
Does any board members have any questions for the applicant?
Mr. Cram, just a couple of questions. Accessory structure, what type of external colours is going to match up with the rest of the house? What's your intentions there?
Yeah, I want to. Basically, the way I want to do it is I'm going to go ahead and put up the structure, put the whatever siding that I want to put new onto the garage, and then I'm going to match the house to the garage.
Okay. And what about the roof? What type of roof would it be?
I'm going to try to get the same shingles as possible, but that color is hard to match. I've matched it on the previous structure, that small little shed, which I'm gonna be tearing down more than likely, shortly after I put up the garage anyway.
So effectively, you can try and match up with the rest of the house?
Yeah, basically,
Okay.
basically.
Do you intend to concrete or asphalt in the driveway, or just leave it as it is?
For the time being, I just planned on leaving it as is, and maybe eventually concreting it.
And do you have any drainage issues with your property?
No.
So I just,
I have a question for staff. Seeing that he's already got one accessory structure located in the corner, is that going to interfere? How many accessory structures are they allowed to have?
Well, it's capped at a maximum of 1,500 square feet, but
Right.
he did indicate he's going to remove the one in the back corner, so this will leave him with just about 600, and that's it.
Okay, that's what I needed to know. Any further questions for the applicant?
You gonna use this for a car garage?
Yeah, it's gonna be a combination car garage and workshop.
Looks like I had a petition on it while ago up around 40, no bathroom or something?
No bathrooms.
Any other questions? At this time, the board will entertain a motion to approve or disapprove as submitted.
make a motion to accept the variance as submitted.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, moving along, our second business is a special exception requested by Stacy McLean, Music City Gymnastics and Cheer. Property is located at 122 Wheeler Street, tax map 018K, Group A, parcel 109.00. It is 1.74 acres. It's an I-1 light industrial zoning district, and the parcel is owned by Jerome Rosenblum. Kristen, staff report, please.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, the applicant is the current owner of Music City Gymnastics and Cheer, which is operating in Nolensville presently and has been for a number of years. They have a lease option here at 122 Wheeler Street and would like to establish their commercial business. I did instruct them that the parcel is zoned I-1 light industrial and that commercial businesses are only allowed as a special exception per section 5.054.1. Thus, they have asked for a special exception to operate their commercial business at this location. You can see the existing structure on the screen. They are not planning any alterations to the exterior of the building or to the site itself. I'm sure they will do some interior renovation, I would assume. They generally have about 75 students that utilize the instruction, not all at once. It's about an average of 25 students or less in the building at any given time. They indicated to me that they operate in the late afternoon and evenings, a little bit on the weekends, and sometimes in the morning during summer. They have a small teacher-student ratio, and this building was built in the late 90s. I went through the required site plan process. The site plan from '98 is in your packet. Again, they're not changing anything, so the required parking is there. The building itself is just over 7,000 square feet. They've got good access and circulation. They've got 2 access points off of Wheeler Street. Again, they've got plenty of parking, although they've indicated that the majority of students are dropped off. They may have some parents hang around to watch, but they generally don't require much parking. The site's currently serviced by water, sewer. It's got all the required landscaping and yards. I guess the surrounding uses are a mix of light industrial, heavy industrial, and commercial. There is the Totser Iroquois metal stamping plant, variety of office buildings. It's in the Laverne Business Park here. We've got a karate instruction business, a cookie manufacturer. There's your Board of Zoning Appeal sign that apparently was knocked over just in the past day or so. But this sign has been there for several weeks and I've not received a single phone call. That's the structure right there. We've got Tots or Iroquois across the street. There's the cookie business. We just got a bunch of different uses and a lot of storage and warehouse types of buildings there. It's staff's opinion the granting of a special exception would not be injurious to the harmony of the surrounding neighbors. And again, I've not actually received a single phone call about this property. I don't know if there's anybody here present. You are here. You're here for Stacy? Okay. We do have somebody.
Okay. Would you please approach the podium, please, and be sworn in? Raise your right hand, please. You swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Thank you. State your name and address.
Victoria Turner and 309 Alden Cove Drive, Smyrna, Tennessee.
Okay. Staff have any questions for the applicant?
Are you making any changes to the inside of the building?
No, we are not. We're going to leave it how it is. Actually has some offices in there that we're leaving those exactly how they are. We're not putting up any additional walls or knocking any down.
And the parking, you've been using it, so you have sufficient parking for what you intend to use?
Yes, we do.
Question for staff, codes. They're going to be using this as an assembly?
That would be a Randolph question, but
Okay.
yes.
Do you know if the building's sprinkled?
It is not.
Is that something that you're going to make them do?
Randolph said that they can use a portion of the building
Okay.
and limit their occupants, and
Okay.
that he would allow them to operate in that building.
Okay. And Kristen, you did say they did have the required parking?
Yes, they have. They actually have more parking than they most likely will need, and they do have the required handicap spaces.
Okay.
Should they? Well, that should be there anyway. So.
Okay.
Is part of the building used for somebody else on the other side of y'all?
No, the building is only occupied by us.
Just y'all?
Any other questions? At this time, we'll make a application for approval or denial.
Make a motion to accept the special exception as submitted.
Do I have a second? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All righty, moving right along. There being no further business, meeting is adjourned.
Okay, quick question for staff. We had 2 applicants in the previous month that we gave them 60 days to progress. Are they both progressing as required?
Yes. Today was actually the deadline for submittal since yesterday was a holiday. So I do have new plans that were dropped off today. So.
Okay. Meeting is adjourned.